So Terry, this is your benefit. You've got a Beth, a Resh, a Yod, and a Tzal, which is 400, 10, 200, 2, 612. That was the numbers for the Brit. So that everything's a Brit. God made a covenant with Noah, he made a covenant with the Aaronic priesthood, and then he made the covenant for the world with Jesus. So a Brit is 612. It just happens to be 17, which is 10 and 7, by 3, which is Elohim, by 12, which is divine government. So you've got your 17. 3 is 51 times 12, which is 612. So it's a divine covenant cut by Elohim. Now, we'll recap Genesis 9, please, John.
9.
So Genesis 9:9.
Behold, I will I establish my covenant with you and with your seed after you.
So 9:11 as well, John, please.
And 11. And I will establish my covenant with you, neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of the flood, neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth.
And 12, please.
And God said, this is the token of my covenant which I make between you and me, and every living creature that is with you for perpetual generations. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth.
What verse was that?
13.
Yeah, 15, please.
And I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you, and every living creature of all flesh, and the waters shall no more become a flood to destroy all the flesh.
And 16, 17.
And the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth. And God said unto Noah, which I have established between me and all flesh that is upon the earth.
Thank you. So you got 9, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17. 7 times God uses the word Brit, the covenant. And he puts a rainbow in the sky of 7 colours to remind us that he's made that covenant promise 7 times. And we've said it before, if God says something once or twice and then 3 times, he means it, doesn't he? But if he's put it 7 times, that covenant with man is there. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And he flooded the world because of its sin, didn't he? Women were going with fallen angels, and different men were with men. And it's much like the world's going to now. So that 6-coloured rainbow that the Stonewall used is totally in your face, because 7 times he said the covenant, and he put 7 colours in the sky. So that was that. So when Jesus came, that covenant was not annulled. That covenant still stands. Okay? Jesus didn't nail that to the cross. That still stands. The next one was the Abrahamic one. Sheila, please, 15, 18.
In the same day the Lord made a covenant with Abraham, saying, unto thy seed I have given this land, from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates.
That's it, 17:2.
And I will make my covenant between me and thee, and I will multiply thee exceedingly.
And 17:4.
As for me, Behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be the father of many nations.
Genesis 17:7.
And I will establish my covenant between me and thee, and thy seed after thee in their generations, for an everlasting covenant, to be a God unto thee and unto thy seed after thee.
So in that verse it says covenant twice, so two Brits. Then 9.
And God said unto Abraham, thou shalt keep my covenant therefore, thou and thy seed unto thee, after thee in their generations.
And Genesis
17:10.
17:10.
This is my covenant which ye shall keep between me and you, and thy seed after thee. Every man child among you shall be circumcised.
So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they've all got to be circumcised from now on. And then he carries on. Derek, please, 17:11.
Shall
Circumcised?
circumcise the flesh of your foreskin, and it shall be
A token.
token of the covenant
Betwixt me and you.
me and you.
Thank you. And then Pat, 17:13, please.
He that is born in my house, and he that is taught without me, must needs be circumcised, and the covenant shall be in your flesh, and everlasting.
So this is mentioned twice there. 14 as well, please, Pat.
And the uncircumcised man, child, his flesh, his foreskin is not circumcised, that soul should be cut off from his people. He hath broken my covenant.
And Nancy, 19, please. Verse 19.
But God said, but Sarah your wife shall bear you a son, and you shall call his name Isaac. And I will establish my covenant with him, for an everlasting covenant, for his descendants after him.
And then 21, please. Di.
But my covenant I shall establish with Isaac, whom Sarah shall bear to you at this set time next year.
So he's got 7 and 7, so it's 14. So the first with Noah there was 7, now it's 14. So you've got the promise of the land, and it's to Isaac. It was mentioned Isaac, not Ishmael, but Isaac. So it's for the Jews, not the Arabs. And it's circumcision at 8 days. Okay? So has the land covenant been changed since Jesus came?
No.
Correct. That still stands. So all nations will be blessed through the seed, not seeds of Abraham. Because Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Israel, not Ishmael. Right, so that was the Abraham and the Noah, right? Then they set up the Levitical priesthood, didn't they? At Sinai, the Levites were for the Lord. So they ran their swords through all the others and killed 3,000. So they got the priesthood, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you can start, please, Terry, with Exodus 42, 40, verse 2.
On the first day of the month shalt thou set up the tabernacle of the tent of the congregation.
On the first day of the month. So, as you're talking about the tabernacle, that was on the first of Nisan. And then we go to Hebrews, Terry, please. Hebrews 7. 11 to 19.
If therefore perfection were by the Levitical priesthood, for under it people received the law, what further need was there that another priest should rise after the order of Melchizedek, and not be called after the order of Aaron? For the priesthood being changed, there is made of necessity a change also of the law. For he of whom these things are spoken pertaineth to another tribe, of which no man gave attendance at the altar. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood. And it is yet far more evident, for that after the similitude of Melchizedek there ariseth another priest, who is made not after the law of a carnal commandment, but after the power of an endless life. For he testifieth, Thou art a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. For there is verily a disannulling of the commandment, going before the weakness and unprofitableness thereof. For the law may be perfect, but the laying in of a better hope did, by the which we draw near unto God.
Right, so we're going to now explain, in a way I've done that back to front, but it was for a purpose. The Aaronic priesthood was what they had from then until Jesus came. As Terry said, it was for the Levites, that, but Christ was to come from the tribe of Judah. So obviously there was going to be a knowing of the Levitical one, and then we'd be brought into the Judah. And Melchizedek is Melech, which is king. We said that Melech and Melech. Zadok, which is a righteous person, so he's the king of righteousness. So Abraham was with Melchizedek way before Moses got the law and the Levitical priesthood. So, John, if you can read Exodus 14, 12 to 16.
14.
Exodus 4, 12 to 16.
And thou shalt bring Aaron and his sons unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and wash them with water. And thou shalt put upon Aaron the holy garments, and anoint him, and sanctify him, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office. And thou shalt bring his sons, and clothe them with coats, and thou shalt anoint them as thou didst anoint their father, that they may minister unto me in the priest's office. For their anointing shall surely be an everlasting priesthood throughout their generations.
Throughout their generations. So not everlasting forever, but through theirs. Everlasting and eternal are two different words in Hebrew, actually. Yeah. Eternal means, he's our eternal Saviour. Everlasting might mean to the end of that covenant or to the end of this, but then it doesn't always mean eternally. Malachi 2:4, please, Sheila.
And you shall know that I have sent this commandment unto you, that my commandment might be with Levi, said the Lord of hosts.
Yeah, so it's going to be to the tribe of Levi. And then also Sheila, Numbers 3, 5 to 13.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Bring the tribe of Levi near, and present them before Aaron the priest, that they may minister unto me. And they shall keep his charge, and the charge of the whole congregation, before the tabernacle of the congregation, to do the service of the tabernacle. And they shall keep all the instruments of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the charge of the children of Israel, to do the service of the tabernacle. And thou shalt give the Levites unto Aaron, and unto his sons, and they are wholly given unto him, charge of the children of Israel. And thou shalt appoint Aaron and his sons, and they shall wait on their priest's office, and the stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, And I behold, I have taken the Levites from among the children of Israel, instead of all the firstborn that openeth the matrix among the children of Israel. Therefore the Levites shall be mine, because of all the firstborn are mine. For on the day that I smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, I hallowed unto me all the firstborn in Israel, both man and beast. Mine shall they be. I am the Lord.
So then, Derek, please, 1 Chronicles 23.
For by the last words of David, the Levite, were numbered from 20 years old and above.
So the male Levites, once they were 20 years and above, they were the priesthood. John said the high priest, yes, a little bit older. So these people were going to minister for the whole of Israel. So instead of being the firstborn of every household, it was going to be this particular tribe, the Levites. And then, Pat, please, Numbers 18, 23 and 24. Numbers 18, 23 and 24.
But the Levites shall do the service as a tabernacle of congregation, and they shall bear their iniquity. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations, that among the children of Israel they have no inheritance. But the tithes of the children of Israel, which they offer as a eve offering unto the Lord,
Yeah?
I have given to the Levites to inherit. Therefore I have said unto them, among the children of Israel they shall have no inheritance. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Thus speak unto the Levites, and say unto them, When you take of the children of Israel the tithes, which I have given you from them for your inheritance, then you shall offer up to heave a heave offering of it for the Lord, even a 10th part of the tithes.
So this tribe, where they were going to have no land area in the whole of Israel, when they split out the 12 tribes who had what? We read later in the Acts of the Apostles. But they weren't going to have an area of land. They were going to minister in the temple, and they would get an amount for doing that, wouldn't they, from all the people. And then, Numbers 25, please, Nancy. Numbers 25, 10 to 13.
Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Phinehas the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, has turned away my wrath from the sons of Israel, in that he was jealous with my jealousy on me, so that I did not destroy the sons of Israel in my jealousy. Therefore say, Behold, I give him my covenant of peace, and it shall be for him and his descendants after him a covenant of perpetual priesthood, because he was jealous for his God and made atonement for the sons of Israel.
Yeah, so Eleazar pleased God because he interceded, he prayed, he said, Lord, have mercy on them, forgive them. And so he was a man of peace. And what was that last verse you just read, Nancy?
Behold, I give him my covenant of peace.
Yeah, so Jesus would eventually come and he would intercede for us as he does as our great high priest now with the Father. And he's the Prince of Peace, isn't he, the Sar Shalom. So it's intercession. They were going to intercede and appease God's wrath and anger on behalf of the tribes of Israel. And that's what Jesus does with us. We're all deserving of wrath, aren't we? But you've got the blood that covers you, so that appeases God. He looks at the blood and he's satisfied. Then Malachi 3, 1 to 3, Guy, please. Right at the end of the Old Testament. Malachi 3, 1 to 3.
Behold, I send my messenger, and he will prepare the way before me. And the Lord whom you seek will suddenly come in the temple, even the messenger of the covenant, in whom you delight. Behold, he is coming, says the Lord of hosts. But who can endure the day of his coming? And who can stand when he appears? For he is like a refiner's fire, and like bronze stone. He will sit as a refiner, and a purifier of silver. He will purify the sons of Levi, and purge them with gold and silver, that they may offer to the Lord an offering in righteousness.
So that's the really big thing for me is, did the Aaronic priesthood end?
Yes.
Yes. What's Jesus going to, this man who God's going to send in Malachi, right at the end of the New Testament, what we're looking for, 400 years before Jesus, this person's going to come and he's going to purify the sons of Levi. Now the sons of Levi were the interceders for God to keep Israel. I mean, Israel were above the rest of the nations in morality and righteousness. And then the Levites were sort of above them because they were the priesthood. But this person's going to come and he's going to purify the sons of Levi. So the Levitical priesthood is going to be purified just the same as the whole world is. So it spoke of the Messiah coming, which is very referenced in Hebrew. So with a new priesthood comes a new covenant. Yeah?
The bit that I know you said, Mark, that the word everlasting is different. I think that's the bit that not that I stumbled with the principle of the whole of it, but
it's a dodgy translation.
Is that what should it say? Because it says everlasting in their generations, but their generations continue.
Whose?
The Levites still exist.
They do. They're not a priesthood anymore, and the Christ, and the temple went.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that the words that we read imply, if you just read that
wrongly imply, I would say.
that it is continuous. And I would suspect that, if you just read that on its own, you would think it should still be continuing.
They would be confused by that. Misled, I would say, even.
Yeah.
But it was a perpetual covenant until the next one came. If you know what I mean.
I mean, I do understand that. It's just, it would be good to understand those words, to understand this translation.
Yeah, I've not translated them yet, so I don't know what. But I did read a book and it said, beware, everlasting and eternal are two different things. Because we say the Lord's Prayer, don't we? Forever and ever, amen?
Yeah.
But we won't be praying for that kingdom to come after us come, will we?
No.
So it's not forever and ever. You know what I mean? There's eternity and there's everlasting. That's all I can say. They're different words in Hebrew and they mean different things. Yeah. So the priesthood changed, didn't it? Melchizedek, not the first one. So that Levitical covenant was ended. So we've kept the Abrahamic one, we've kept the Noah one, but the Levi one has ended. Now we've got the Davidic covenant. John 2 Samuel, please.
2 Samuel.
11 to 17.
No, hold on. 2 Samuel where?
7.
7.
Sorry.
11 to 17.
So this is about. No, I won't say yet.
And as since the time that I commanded judges to be over my people Israel, and have caused thee to rest from all thine enemies, also the Lord telleth thee that he will make thee an house. And when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up thy seed after thee, which there shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. He shall build an house for my name, and will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men, and with the stripes of the children of men. But my mercy shall not depart away from him, as I took it from Saul, whom I put away before thee. And thine house and thy kingdom shall be established forever before thee. Thy throne shall be established forever. According to all these words, and according to all this vision, so did Nathan speak unto David.
Yeah. So this is King David. As Terry said earlier, they had the tabernacle and all the putting it back, moving it through the wilderness. Eventually, they were in Israel. So instead of having a tent, God was going to have a house built for him, wasn't he? So this house would have, you had Saul, who went astray, as John said.
Yeah.
He won't take it away completely like he did there. David, he committed sins and he was punished with the rod, with the rod, and he went off with Bathsheba. But he said his king, his son, would sit on that throne for eternity. So Solomon came, didn't he? Built the temple. Because David had one of his sons for sending the wife's ex-husband off to, or previous husband off to war. So Solomon has got the temple. But God says, in his mercy, he will not destroy that. He will always keep it. Okay, that will be there forever. This is a forever and eternal one, do you know what I mean? So he will forever have the son of David on the throne in Zion, in Jerusalem. Now, there's been no king since that kingdom was taken away. Israel's been restored in 48. They came back from the Babylonian captivity. They've never had a king again. They've never had a king until Jesus comes and sits in the rebuilt temple.
Solomon was the last king.
No, Solomon wasn't the last king. Look, they went through Solomon down to the other kings. They were taken into captivity.
You get Rehoboam and Jeroboam and all the rest of it.
After the Babylonian captivity, they came back. Okay?
That was after the Babylonian captivity.
Yeah.
You're talking about Ezra and
Nehemiah. Nehemiah, yeah. Just, we'll come on to that in a minute. Alright? So 1 Chronicles 29:23.
Sorry, 1 Chronicles?
29:23. But it was that mercy bit, he wouldn't snatch it away completely.
Then Solomon sat on the throne of the Lord as king instead of David his father, and prospered, and all of Israel obeyed him.
Okay, so went to Solomon then. Derek, Luke 1:32.
Great and shall be
Called?
be called the Son of the Highest, and the Lord God that's give unto him the throne of his father David.
So when they're announcing the birth of Jesus and who he should be called, when the angel said, "Fear not, Mary," they're saying this is what he will be, and he will be given the throne of his father, King David. So it'll be from the line that comes through from the son of David. That would be Jesus. So he didn't take it up on his first coming, which a lot of Jews thought he would, hence they didn't believe he was the Messiah, but he will take it up on the second coming when he comes back. Pat, Ezekiel 21, please. 25 to 27.
Ezekiel 21.
saith the Lord God, remove the diadem and take off the crown. This shall not be the same. Exalt him that is low, and abase him that is high. I will overturn it, and it shall be no more, until he come, whose right it is, and I will give it to him.
So that throne will be sat on until God gives it to Jesus. Has it been sat on in the last couple of thousand years? No. You've got.
Sorry, Pat, what were you reading?
Ezekiel
21,
21,
25 to 27.
25 to 27.
Okay.
I will overturn it, and it shall be no more until he come whose right it is, and I will give it him. That's verse 27. That's the important one. That's that verse. If you go back to 25, the day has come. Do you know what I mean? The iniquities come to an end. You're not going to have a king anymore on the temple. So I will not let anyone sit on the throne of David until Jesus. That's there. Yeah, John? 7 he's saying, I will overturn it. And 25 was because the iniquity had come to an end. That was it. That was the end of it. No more kings on Israel until Yeshua comes. Who read that? John, was it?
No.
No, who read it? Pat did you? Now see if you can read Matthew 1, 6 to 17, please.
And to Jacob who was born. Is that right?
Yeah, don't read all of 1, 6 to 17, just verse 6.
Verse 6.
Yeah. Or you can start with verse 1, that would make things simple, wouldn't it? Verse 1, 6 and 17, if you like.
Chapter 1.
Verses 1, 6 and 17, just to give us a flavour.
The book of the genealogy of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham.
Right, so that establishes that he is the son of Abraham and he's the son of David, okay?
And to Jesse was born David the king. And 17. Therefore, all the generations from Abraham to David are 14 generations. And from David to the deportation to Babylon, 14 generations. And from the deportation to Babylon to the time of Christ, 14 generations.
So, we've established that he's the line of Abraham, and there was that covenant, wasn't there, 7 and 14. So you've got 14 generations now, from Abraham down to David, King David. Then you had 14 generations from David until they were taken away on the Babylonian captivity for all their sins. And then, from King back until the Messiah came, 14 generations. So you've got the 3 14s, haven't you? 42 generations. So this is Christ. So this is proving his right to the kingship in a way, isn't it? And then Luke 23:31, please, Dan.
When all the people were baptized, it came to pass that Jesus also was baptized. And while he prayed, the heaven was opened, and the Holy Spirit descended in bodily form like a dove upon him. And a voice from heaven which said, You are my beloved Son, in you I am well pleased. Now Jesus himself began his ministry at about 30 years of age, being, as supposed.
Right, so you stop, and then this gives the genealogy again down right the way through to 31. Let's stop to 31 because then it says, which was the son of David. If you look at 21. So all his birth records could prove that he was the son of David. Yeah? Now, what did they say when John was having less disciples and Jesus started having more?
He must increase and I must decrease.
Amen. So here's the big thing. This John, the Levi, John the Baptist was a Levi, tribe of Aaron, Zechariah, served at the temple. John the Baptist was a Levi. Do many people know that? Yeah? You know? Yeah.
It's not. It's not obvious.
It's not well publicised. Did you know he's a Levite, Dave?
You told us.
You
told us
you went through all that
with
before.
the Levitical priesthood and his father was Zechariah, whatever it was.
Yeah. That's right.
But does the world know that?
They don't. They don't know.
No, they wouldn't have a clue.
You've got to devise that from Scripture.
Yeah.
Because Zechariah was
Jews.
Because I just read a Gideon's magazine for the autumn winter just gone, and it said he must decrease, meaning the person, and Jesus must increase. Like we all should decrease, and let Jesus increase in us. That is not what it means. You know what I mean? It's such a bad interpretation. It means that the Levitical priesthood was going to decrease, and now that was going to come Judah. Now, Isaiah 9:7, please. Di? Yeah, Di.
Of the increase of the government of peace, there will be no end from the throne of David until his kingdom, to order it and establish it with judgment and justice. From that time forward, even forever, the zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this.
Amen.
This is even forever, for an everyone. So he's going to increase the government, the peace. Oh, that was the promise from Isaiah. And then 2 Peter 1:11, please, Terry.
For so an entrance shall be ministered unto you abundantly into the everlasting kingdom of our Lord and Saviour Jesus Christ.
Everlasting kingdom. What day did the priests go into the temple on Yom Kippur?
On the 17th day of Nisan. 17th day of the.
That's first fruits. I'm talking, sorry.
Oh, the day of the
10th.
10th.
10th of Tishri, Yom Kippur.
Yeah.
What day did Jesus ride into Jerusalem?
10th of Nisan.
10th of Nisan. So it's going to be the complete opposite. Here was the Levites that was with the sword, killing 3,000. Here was the Prince of Peace, going to save people, heal 3,000 on, give the Holy Spirit on the sickness of Anne on Pentecost. So it's a complete reversal. Back to Genesis 49. They would be, Levites would be instruments of war, but Christ would bind the donkey and its colt to the vine, wouldn't he? So he was going to ride it on the 10th. What day did he come out of the tomb?
14th.
No, that was
No, 17th.
17th. So he went in on the Sunday, we call it Palm Sunday, but it's not always a Sunday, so it was the 10th
Yeah.
of Nisan. This year actually is a Monday.
Yeah.
So if they say we're doing Palm Sunday, well that's on the 9th of Nisan. It should be the 10th. So he rode in on the animals with the cloak over them.
Yeah.
What did Boaz put over Ruth?
The cloak.
The kinsman redeemer. Cloak, redeem them. comes out on the 17th. They got guards on the tomb, and he bursts out on the 17th, 7 days later. How long was the priest to go into the sanctuary, the high priest, on the Day of Atonement for? I only found this out in the last couple of weeks.
Well, he went in and offered the
blood, but he had to stay in
7 times.
the holy place for 7 days. So Jesus rode into Zion, Jerusalem.
I didn't realise that.
His thing on the 10th, he stayed in there for 7 days, and he had blood sprinkled 7 times. You know, everything that the high priest did, he went and did as a person. But his temple was Jerusalem, not the little holy of holies. So he went into Jerusalem on the 10th, and he came out of the thing on the 7th, on the tomb on the 17th. Oh, lovely.
Wow.
Where do you find
The 7 days.
that 7 days?
It is in there. It's in the Torah. I'll find it. So, do you see the Genesis 49, the promise that Jacob gave to the children of Israel? Yeah? No? No?
Which one are we talking about?
Okay. The 12 tribes of Israel, before he died, what did he do?
He basically
Blessed them.
prophesied over them, told them what was
Prophesied.
going to happen.
He told them what each son would be, yeah. And if you look at, do you want to announce it? Genesis 49.
What verse do you want?
You can start with verse 5.
Simeon and Levi are brothers. Their swords are implements of violence.
Thank you, that's enough. So, what did he say would happen to Levi? They'd be swordsmen with a kill. And what did they do at Sinai? When they came down and the golden calf was being worshipped?
They killed.
They killed the sword. And what did he say about Christ in 8 Terry?
Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee.
And 9.
Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. My son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up?
And then 10.
The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be.
As John said before, that happened at the first coming, didn't it? They lost the ability to govern themselves, a bit like England did when it joined the European Union.
Interesting, verse 11, binding
Yeah.
his donkey to the vine, his donkey's colt to the choice vine.
So that's what he would, and that's what he did. He rode in and did that with the cloak cover, with the Yom Kippur Day of cover. Cover. So, is the Noah covenant still in force? Yes. Is the Abrahamic one still in force?
Yes.
Yes. Is the Levitical one still in force?
No.
No. Is the law still in force?
No.
Correct. And is Christ still ruling from the heavens?
Yes.
Yes. That's it. So when they want the land, the Palestinians, they're not going to get it.
No, they're not.
And he dispersed Israel for rejecting the Messiah, but he's bringing them all back. They're ready for the second coming. And you better wake up to that. Because it's not far away. We have January here, don't we? It used to be March was the old Roman style year. This January, the 11th month. They have Groundhog Day, which is on the 33rd day of the papal year, which is really Masonic, 33rd degree Mason. But does anyone know when Hitler died? The Jews count the Omer from when he was put to death until Pentecost. It's called counting the Omer, 50 days, and he died on the 33rd day of counting the Omer. And that was when the plague broke out as well amongst all the followers of the wrong rabbi before he was the Messiah. 12,000 were killed, same day Hitler died. Anyway.